Hey everybody, welcome to an oh shit. All right, cut that. DWNProductions.net, masks, bus, props, custom work. If you want something custom made, hit me up and maybe I can do it for you.
Hey, and after you're done with that, head on over to fastcustomshirts.com and peruse the many shirts that are available for your purchasing pleasure. Hey, and if you need custom work, hit me up. Maybe I can help you out. Maybe.
Feliz Campeaños.
Hey, we haven't seen that
Feliz
thing.
Campeaños.
Weren't you supposed to wear that mask on the horse?
Feliz Campeaños, Feliz Campeaños, happy birthday. We want to wish you a happy birthday. We want to wish you a happy birthday. We want to wish you a happy birthday from the bottoms of our fart. That one's for you, meatball.
Pretty good, Tom. For those of you that are not on the worst coast, it probably is still my birthday. So thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you. All the
Hey, Joe.
in the comment section. Thanks.
Happy birthday.
All right, Alpha 66. Thank you. Yeah, many more? No, I don't know about that, Alpha. I don't know that I want many more.
No, this is the last one. That's why we're celebrating it.
That's it. We're done after this shit.
So what'd you do, man? How did the day go? Not, Italian or anything, but how did the day
The
go? Yes.
I did what I like to do on my birthday, which is not a fucking thing. You know, I got up, uh, drank some coffee, watched the old Maniac Cop 2, which we'll talk about later. Then I read shit all day. Did I watch two movies today? No, that was yesterday that I watched two movies. And yeah, I was just reading comical books and books and books about films and stuff to expand my knowledge of this, garbage we talk about.
Knowledge is power.
It is, it is. And I drank a lot and then ate too much and ruined my buzz. And but I'm working on getting that back, Tom.
So it's just a bunch of hanging out, acting like a fucking recent widow, just sitting around the house reading.
Yeah, I mean, I was outside a lot of the time. It's hot and all, but got an industrial fan, and I can just like stick my head in the old what do they call these pools that we got? You got one.
An above ground pool.
Above ground pool. I can stick my head in there and just flip the whole hair back and let the cool off that way.
So when you say industrial fan, you had a fellow over there who was into the old Rammstein.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I don't get that shit. I guess they have a lot of pyrotechnics at their concerts, and we'll get to pyrotechnics later. But yeah, that's I haven't listened to enough of their shit to say they suck or not. But yeah, why not? Why shouldn't I say it, Tom? Why shouldn't I?
I mean, they are German.
Right, probably Nazis.
Well, I mean, I would call them Krauts for sure.
Hmm?
I don't know. That might be going a little far. I think after the whole WW2 debacle, they kind of banned Nazi stuff. I think like you can get kicked in the balls for even saying Nazi in Germany. I
I
think.
don't know. I think when they walk over there, it's still like a goose.
Damn.
When they steppin'.
Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Like the hit band. It's traveled worldwide. What were their hits, Joe?
Oh, I don't know, but I know goose stepping is not as good as hot stepping.
Well, it sounds like you didn't have a prideful birthday, Joe. You seem kind of
No,
down on it.
I didn't, but we still got an hour maybe of Pride Month left, and we'll get to that, I'm sure, with one of these movies. Yeah.
Oh fuck. So anything in the week worth talking about, or was it another one?
It was another one, man. It was it had its ups and downs. It had yet another costly thing happen. So yeah, but I got enough money to cover the rent tomorrow.
Because
And
I'm a goddamn baller.
yeah,
Fuck
and
what you heard.
it pops up automatically. Thank you, Bootleg. Thank you. I appreciate.
Hey, give old Bootleg a whoop whoop, if you will, for that happy birthday shout out.
Whoop whoop.
It
I,
sounded very Dutch Mantel-esque, but that's
whoop,
okay.
wait, what would you say? Watch it, man. Don't talk bad about family. All right. Yeah. That's kind of
Damn.
crossing a line, Tom.
I forgot you were from Oil Trough, Texas and all. My bad, dog.
Yep, the Germans did bomb Pearl Harbor. I'm sure they were behind it somehow. Yeah, Tom, but you're weak. I know you were out and about today, so
I am. I'm a weak man.
you are. Yes.
Yeah, it was another fucking week getting shit done. Clocking dollars, capping fucking hoes and shit, right? That's what those people say. The people with a Z, you see. Anyways, so it happens to be the third member of the Juicy Boys' birthday today as well. So not only is it your birthday, it's Corey's birthday as well. And he wanted to go to this bar in Houston. So I look it up, get the directions. First thing that pops up is drag show. All right, man, this is what he wants to do on his birthday. Fuck it, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. It's a different world now. I'm at home a lot, so I don't know what's hip.
So we head up there. I look at the old beer menu and holy shit, they have pseudo Sue on here.
That's the dinosaur one, right?
That's correct, Joe.
All right.
And as I learned last week, they probably don't have it if it's on the menu.
Mm-hmm.
So I see what else, I'd want to drink, and only other option, Sierra Nevada. So I keep that in the old back pocket, and then I remember where Corey took us, so I take it out of the back pocket and put it in the front pocket and head on up to the bar. And I say, "Good evening, sir. May I please have one pseudo Sue?" And he says, "Honey, we're all out." And I say, of course you are. All right, I'll just take a Sierra Nevada then, sister. Head on back up there, and we have the upstairs to ourselves just because nobody's there. That's the only reason. And they're playing pool. Like, my allergies have been running wild ever since fucking yesterday. Like, I was just there like,
So my allergies are running wild, brother.
hell yeah, dude. I ripped at least 17 fucking shirts off my back.
All right.
So yeah, they're just playing pool, doing that shit. And then like families come up there. Like a husband and or probably a fucking dude and his baby mama and fucking 3 or 4 kids. And then a couple families like that came up, and then a gaggle of bitches came up, like doing I don't know, a gaggle of bitch party. And it was just too much. I'm just sitting there like, having to listen to these kids run around and have fun. I'm just like, oh, God damn it. And listen to these bitches squawking like a bunch of fucking parrots. Oh, God damn it. So I set that fucking place on fire. But no, it was just a lot. And I can't say anything to these ladies that, hey, can you keep it down? Because of the way I look, you see. And I can't say, hey, kids, just slow the fuck down. You don't have to stomp every step. I couldn't say that because of the way I look, you see.
Mhm.
But luckily, Corey said, hey, we're heading to this new place. It's this brewery, Bad Astronaut. We'll head over there.
Well, what was the first place called?
What the fuck was the Houston HTX Social Beer Garden?
Yeah.
Something like that. Oh shit! And another place about this fucking asshole establishment. They had one of those fucking machines. Like, huh, you ever wanted to get a pizza from a vending machine?
No.
No, not really. Well, fuck you. It's here, so you're probably gonna try it anyways because it's here. You fucking bitch. So yeah, Lori went down and got a pizza from this fucking thing. One, it wasn't cut. It doesn't come out cut. So she had to fucking hope and pray for a plastic knife up at the bar, which they had. So she had to do the silly fucking shit of cutting this fucking vending machine pizza on a fucking bar table and shit. The whole thing was ridiculous. The pizza didn't have sauce on it. It was about as good as you would think. Of course, it's in front of a fucking bar. So drunks will buy this shit. It's actually outside of the bar's gate. So I'm sure homeless people sleep and piss up against it at night. And yeah, it was slightly below like 7-Eleven pizza because at least that had sauce on it. You know what I'm saying?
I've never had 7-Eleven pizza. I don't, I'll eat the roller dogs from a convenience store, but that's about it. I don't really experiment with their sandwiches and shit like that.
If you're eating the fucking hot dogs, you might as well eat the fucking pizza because that's like the worst thing. If you're going to catch the shits from fucking 7-Eleven, first it'll probably be the salads. Then it would be like the hot dogs or sausages or whatever. Because that's fucking pig dick meat or
Well,
whatever the fuck.
like, so how was the how were the wings? But I guess you all opted for convenient or for vending machine pizza instead.
The shit said that they had like food, like it was a sports bar, but all these places say that shit just to get you in there, and it's really not. And you'll feel like an asshole ordering fucking food from just the bar counter and then being like, fuck. All right, call DoorDash and let these idiots think we actually got a fryer back there. So that didn't happen. We just each had a piece or two of that fucking vending machine. It was pizza forno, but the F was weird, so it literally looked like pizza porno. It's because you eat it and you get fucked, I guess. So yeah, we went to Bad Astronaut Brewing and walk in there. And this was fucking weird, dude. You've been to enough breweries being an alcoholic and all,
Yes.
knowing that they have the beers that they brew there, and
Right.
that's what you get. Not these guys. They had other people's beers you could choose from too, which was fucked. So I got somebody else's pale ale. Wasn't theirs, but I also got their Pilsner. It wasn't that good, but I took a 6-pack home because, I mean, if I'm drinking that shit anyways, I don't want to switch it up and get a headache in the morning.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And they had we do these things, these pop-ups and these conventions and stuff, and they had one going on here, Joe.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was a pride market. So
So
you
you
know,
can't broke, is what you're saying.
I have absolutely no savings account left whatsoever. Ever. The amount of chairs I bought was ridiculous.
Scarves.
Yeah, oh dude, so many scarves and jerkins. I got a whole bunch of yellow jerkins to hang out of my back pocket. Oh, rest in peace, Billy Friedkin. Love
Some
you, miss
leather
you.
gear.
Dude, I got like I because I didn't get to this part till fucking most of the savings was already spent.
Mhm.
So, but I was able to come with 18 pairs of assless chaps.
Right.
So I got those. So, yeah, it's another place Corey wanted to go to on his birthday. And a lot of dick shaking music. That was, there was a DJ up there doing his, dick shaking music.
Mhm.
And yeah, it was what it was. This time I ate off of a taco truck because I already ate out of a vending machine. This is a step up, so I
I was
might as well.
how were the wings at this place? But you went to a taco truck instead.
Yeah, it was not as good as the street tacos up at that place where we went to at Houston Horror Film Fest when they had it. These fucking idiots had that like crumbled Mexican cheese on it and an avocado slice. And I was like, what is this? Why'd you white it up? Just throw some fucking cilantro and onions on there. That's all we need, dog. And you're throwing me this bullshit? And it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good, Joe. It was Mexican food out of a truck and they whited it up. Why would they do that?
I don't know. It's always roll of the dice with those trucks, man. It's always an expensive roll of the dice. You know, for what you get, they charge a pretty penny.
Yeah, I gave Lori $40 to go get stuff and I never got change back.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right, man.
She had scarves to buy too and all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you, Super Nintendo Zach.
Joe, give him a whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Fuck. Yeah, so I mean it was what it was. It was a bar and then it was a brewery and they were selling a lot of plants. I guess it was so it wasn't just a pride market, Joe. It was like a Houston plant market, their pride event. I guess there's a scene for like selling and swapping plants. Did you know that?
Uh, well, I know every city has like a botanical garden.
No, no. This is like a comic book show. Like how there's a bunch of comic book shows?
For plants, I wasn't aware of this. No.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah,
Queer.
something for everyone, I guess you could say. But
Yeah. And like
so, I guess the thing is, did Corey have a good time? Because it was his birthday and all.
yeah, I would say he had a gay old time, like that Flintstones song.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, he was running around the place without shoes, wearing a dress. So yeah, I think he enjoyed himself.
All right. Good. Good on you, Corey.
Yep. Yep. We surely got to put up with that shit for about 40 more minutes. That's fucking crazy that the year's already half over, man. That's
Yeah, it is.
We're all going to be dead soon. We got to do our fucking state taxes. Jeez Louise.
We do. Yeah. It's the first of the month tomorrow. All them bills due and shit.
So get up, wake up, because it's the first of the month.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely head on over to dwmproductions.net and pick something up.
Get some hats. I
Hat.
gotta update the inventory. I think I got 4 left. But if you can fucking get a hat and I'll have 0 left, then I'll be all right.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
Oh, let me ask you a question there, fuckface, if you don't mind. You like to laugh?
Yeah, Tom, I do. I do.
What type of things do you find funny there, Joe?
I don't know. It depends. You know what? I don't know. I guess intelligent humor, the comedies of William Shakespeare, I find quite revelrous.
What? All right there, Joe. What are your some of your favorite comedic movies? If you don't say Birth of a Nation, that's just low hanging fruit, you some bitch.
So we've made this list back when we used to do the top 10 lists, and one that's always on my top 10 of comedies is a movie about gambling called Let It Ride. I think that's a pretty funny movie, Tom.
I don't think I've ever heard of that. Is this from the 30s?
So you may have heard of it the last time we did our comedy list, which I think we've done about 3 or 4 times. Or maybe movies about gambling. I don't know.
All right, so you got one movie that makes you laugh and that's it?
I mean, most of them, like I can watch Raising Arizona, I think's really funny. Let's see.
You and the Nicolas Cage, I swear.
The Bad News Bears, I thought was funny.
The new one?
The old one, I haven't seen the new one yet. Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Okay. You don't have to get so fucking upset about it. Just
Well,
give me a minute.
like not my go-to genre. You know, I think it's hard to do because everybody finds different shit funny. You know, I don't like horror comedy. I'll say that much.
Well, let me you like buddy comedies?
I thought I did, you know, but then again, I watched 48 Hours last week and or 2 weeks ago, and no, man, that shit didn't do it for me.
Well, do you like karate?
Comedies? You mean like what's that Stephen Chow movie, Kung Fu Hustle? Yeah, that's
Kung Fu Hustle.
yeah, I dig that.
Well, let me ask you this, Joe.
Hmm?
Have you ever seen The Instructor?
I have not seen The Instructor. I hadn't even heard of that one.
Well, let me tell you this, Joe. This has a very thick box to it, so
Oh,
I will not be throwing it behind me because I'm sure with my luck, it will break one of those monitors.
mm-hmm.
So let me put it aside. Here's that. Here's that. Here's a bunch of bullshit you don't need. There's the disc. Get fucked. Okay, so this movie, The Instructor, it's made by a dude who co-stars in it, and he wrote the movie. And it stars his karate master. I think his name's Little Miglet Man. I can't remember, but everybody in the movie calls him Sir. And he's like this little short dude with half an afro and a mustache. Like, oh, he's a white dude too. He's not fucking Chinese or any kind of Asian or something. He's one of these dudes who's just like, yeah, I'm white karate man. And all my moves involve kicking you or punching you in the fucking dick. And maybe I'll grab it a little bit and make you go, "Ee!" and then hit you in the mouth. I don't know. It's karate. So this dude owns a karate school and There's not much of a story. The local retarded gentleman, he wants to be a fucking karate master, but his head's all fucked up and his brain doesn't work right. So he ends up killing the fucking karate man's buddy, the guy who wrote and directed the movie. And then the karate man thinks the evil karate master from across the way did this shit. So the next 20 minutes is like a fucking car chase and then a fucking motorcycle moped chase and then a foot chase of him tracking this guy down and then fighting with a chainsaw. And at the end, the evil karate man dies, even though like he was evil and did evil shit. He wasn't the one that fucking killed his buddy that this was all after. So then he turns himself into the cops and he says, "Oh boy, am I in a pickle. Let me tell you what happened." So, they go through the rigmarole, like he's getting arrested and getting put in jail. Cause, you see all these movies where all this shit happens, like they were speeding through town, reckless endangerment, and all this bullshit. So he's getting charged with all these crimes and going to jail and shit. And then the next scene is like fucking, one of his other dudes teaching fucking karate at his place. And then he just walks in. Hey, I got out on 50 or $500 probation and a suspended sentence. And then the guy who was clearly fucking murdered to death comes out with like an arm sling and an eye patch. And they all hug and the movie's over with. Oh man, it's a fun fucking piece of shit. It's not up there with like Miami Connection or Champagne and Bullets, but it's some funny shit. This movie was like I tried to listen to some of the audio commentary and I tried to watch some of the interview with the fucking director, but this dude just fucking sucks. He's like an ex-military guy who's like really into karate and shit. Like that's not fucking lame as fuck. He's like a dude, he's like legit like a Thunderbolt Ross type. And the whole time I was just like, man, fuck this guy. And he was so goddamn boring to listen to. And like $30 for this is a fucking lot. But then again, it is Vinegar Syndrome. So what else do you fucking expect? Luckily, I had some fucking money on a gift certificate. So shout out to Orbit DVD for having the shit in stock. But yeah, if you can find this shit for like 20 bucks shipped, you'll have a good laugh at it and it's a fun watch. It sucks that it's a little more competently made than I thought it would be, but I mean a lot of this guy's because it's just white karate man doing shit and it's shot so shitty where it's just like, ha, flip them, roll over, kick them, flip them. And it's all the actions done like that. And really, a lot of his fucking shit is just hitting motherfuckers in the beanbag and shit, which is funny for sure. I laughed, but I like, where's this fucking thing at? Like, they're not even taking the shit seriously. Look at the face they drew that guy in on the cover. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like Vinegar Syndrome can say all they want. Oh, we're preserving these movies. They're not bad movies. Or dog, come on. We all know what the fuck this is. Quit playing yourselves and others. You'd probably make more money if you said, yeah, come on down and buy this dog shit. It's fucking hilarious. Look at this dickhead. Type in this shit sucks to get $7 off. That'd be terrific, but they don't. They think they're fucking releasing high art or some shit. I don't know. That shit's funny though. $30, go get fucked. But it's pretty funny. Especially since the fucking audio commentary and interviews on unfinishable, I guess, would be the fucking thing. Because then what else are you paying for? This stupid ass, wherever I threw that cover, that stupid ass fucking box slip cover thing that I can't even throw because it'll put a hole in the wall.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. Movie is pretty funny though, Joe. It's pretty good. Just because they all suck. Fuck.
Well, Tom, I also delved into the world of the martial arts after watching Maniac Cop last week, and not really liking it, but seeing that stunt at the end made me want to watch some other shit.
What stunt?
So I dug out old Jackie Chan's Police Story, part of the Dragon Dynasty label. Tom, you remember that? Huh?
Not at all. I thought that was like a New Line thing.
Oh no! See, the thing is, Tom, highly collectible, and you know why? It's got a number on the side, Tom. Remember? Yeah, the old number trick, and this is number 2 of the Dragon Dynasty collection. I don't know what number 1 is. Yep.
It's hand numbered.
Numbered. Holy shit, that's worth a ton. Yeah. At least $32, I would say you can get for that right now. Yeah, so this, okay. Jackie Chan, I think this is the first one that he directed. And this is about a cop. His name's Officer Chan. They've got a sting operation. They're trying to arrest I guess he's a drug lord. He's doing this big drug deal, and there's this whole shanty town on the side of a hill, But the guys spot the cops, so their cover is blown, so everybody's fighting and shooting, and they're fucking just driving cars down this hill, fucking up this shanty town, and cars are flipping, people are rolling. Jackie Chan chases after the guy and some of his henchmen. They get on one of those double-decker buses, Tom. I thought they only had those in merry old England. I thought they had worldwide copyrighted. I guess they have them in Hong Kong too.
Have you ever been to Hong Kong there, Joe?
No, I have not.
I heard once that King Kong went to Hong Kong to play ping pong with his ding dong.
Oh.
Do you ever hear that?
No. But anyway, Jackie chases after this bus, jumps on it from a fucking cliff. He's hanging out the window with an umbrella that's hooked up there. So he's just hanging by the hook of the umbrella, swinging around the bus. And, eventually he falls off into the street, gets in front of the bus, and the bus just stops. It comes to a big stop right in front of him. 2 guys come crashing out through 2 windows, and they flip over and land in the street. They land like on their fucking backs, like on their shoulders. Like there's no way these guys didn't get hurt doing this. So this movie is filled with shit like that. Jackie's superiors, they think, hey, we don't have enough evidence on this guy. Yeah, you got a case full of money, and we saw but he may not be enough. So we arrested his secretary, and we're gonna let her go so they can think that she's working with us. We're gonna put her on the prosecution witness list, and that way, if he tries to kill her, well, hey, we got a murder indictment on him. So Jackie's assigned to protect her, and he's got to bring her home or whatever. Misunderstandings happen with old Jackie and his girlfriend. There's a lot of comedy that's just stupid as fuck that just didn't work for me. I don't like action comedy all that much, Tom, but the action scenes that do pop up, it's always like, holy shit. It's like, god damn, that hurt. These guys are fucking psycho to do that. I don't know. At some point, Jackie Chan is framed for murder too, so the cops are after him. It all culminates in a mall, and Jackie's just pissed at this point. So he's fucking people up in that mall left and right. There's a whole lot of gas breaking. Jackie Chan's girlfriend gets thrown down a staircase, and I just cracked up when they did that shit because just real callously, like throwing a bitch off a staircase is funny to me. I guess I guess that's the kind of humor that I like. Tom, hey, she looked like she was trained. She looked like she knew how to roll with it.
Oh, she looked like a 2024 woman and she could take it.
Yeah. Jackie jumps off of a 5-story fucking balcony onto a string of lights, and all the lights are breaking as he, slides down them. Yeah, man, this is the kind of shit to watch just for the stunt work and the incredible choreography and just the total regard for the crew and actors' safety. They're just out to make a good movie. They don't give a shit who gets hurt doing it. And I was amazed by it. It's got some special features that I didn't bother watching, but I'm sure I had at some point because I've had this for a long time. It's got a trailer gallery, Tom.
Does it have interactive menus?
Yeah, rare deleted scenes. It's got an alternate open and an alternate ending. Feature commentary by Rush Hour director Brent Ratner. And Asian film expert. Where do they fucking get these guys that call themselves, "Oh, I'm an Asian film expert"? Anyway, his
They
name.
probably put on like a kung fu film festival in their small little town, or they have a Asian cinema zine.
Yeah. Old Jesse, you should call yourself an Asian film expert. Then there's a tribute to Jackie Chan by Brent.
Gone too soon.
A conversation with Jackie Chan.
Well, I mean, this fucker seems like it's loaded and should say New Line Platinum Edition wherever it says Katana Theater or whatever the fuck you showed me earlier.
Collector's Edition. Dragon Dynasty.
Dragon Dynasty, that's it.
Dragon Dynasty, it's going to be loaded up because it also has Stunts Unlimited, a retro of the celebrated Jackie Chan stunt, the ones that are still alive after this shit or not in the hospital.
Sounds like a bunch of cocksuckers who will come to your like school gym and put on like a little show for you. We're Stunts Unlimited. And they do like cartwheels and shit.
Chest and break out the sledgehammer. You can do this. Give your soul to Jesus.
They're all wearing like different colored spandex fucking costumes with a t-shirt on it that says fucking whatever the fuck Smash Unlimited or whatever these dicks Stunts Unlimited. That's it.
Thank you, Brian. Hey, Kyle, it's called gambling. It's not called winning.
That's the game of life, baby boys. With a Z, you fuck.
Hammer, yes, softcore. JR, welcome. Yeah, so highly recommend Police Story. It's a series of movie. I think there's 7 in the series. I've only seen a couple of them, but maybe I'll go through and watch them all now because I had a lot of fun with this shit.
We were talking about a Slipsons and a Fallsons. And I was going to tell this story here because I forgot to tell it last week on our Camp Zool thing. But the old fine folks at the Hordecast said, oh, we had somebody bail on us. So we know you don't have anything better to do. Can you come and talk with us for a little bit? And I said, sure. And I was reminded by old little Stevie that so I mean, you were with me on Camp Zool too. I'm big into safety when it comes to doing these things, and even on set and everything. So before we went on stage, everybody who's involved, I did this thing. Like, hey, look me in the fucking eyes when I'm talking to you. So I did that. It's like, be safe out there. And I just went up to everybody, just be safe out there. Soon as I go up there, I almost slip and bust my fucking ass. Dude was like, whoop, 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 doing the cartoon feet, dude. And I'm the only one who almost fucking ate shit. So I'm up there, like waving this prop hand around with the music. A little bit of blood came out and not much. So I figure, all right, it's time to get off stage now. Turns off, the fucking hose came loose and it was just shooting wild backstage. So that was fucking terrific. First of all, me saying, hey, everybody, don't fuck up out there. And then I fuck up, and then the tube just comes loose and goes haywire. Fucking terrific. Best shit I heard in a while.
Yeah,
But
see, you're part of the old school. People don't do that shit like that anymore. And guys like you with that old mentality, you're just dangerous, Tom. You're a danger to yourself and everyone around you.
I understand. It's true. It's mostly because of my mass. Because if I were to fall, it would be like fucking Juggernaut. It'd be like, yeah, good luck stopping this, you fuck. You're all getting rolled over.
We're not crowd surfing that fucker.
Mm-mm. And I didn't even see any of that. I was thinking about that. Like, yeah, I didn't notice anybody was crowd surfing or doing any of that shit. I don't know how that would be fucked, dude, with all that shit on the floor. Somebody tries to crowd surf, ankles and wrists are getting fucking snapped, probably. A couple tracheas are getting fucking elbowed in and crushed and shit.
Shit happens. I mean, it's pretty common. See a lot of broken noses come out of the mosh pit. Not even intentional shit. That just happens. People throw about and shit. People like fucking slip and fall, fucking break their wrist, like you say, trying to stop themselves.
Yeah, it's fucked. Yeah. Any broken anals? You ever see any of those?
I haven't seen any of that.
It's a mess, Joe. It's a fucking mess. Shit gets all over your socks and
Now it's it's not a Jackie Chan movie, Tom. Somebody dives from the stage and the crowd parts. I try to look away. Ooh, that's not gonna be good.
Well, there, Joe. Speaking of Jackie Chan movies, and most of Jackie Chan's movies having an element of comedy in them. Let me ask you this there, if I may. Joe, you like comedies?
Not really, Tom.
No? Well, let me ask you this there, Joe. Do you like friendship?
Friendship. It's got its moments, I suppose.
All right. Well, do you like let me ask you this there, Joe. Do you like being a Mexican American?
Yeah, in Texas. I don't think I would like it so much in California. It looks pretty stupid in California.
Well, let me ask you this there, Joe. Fuck. You ever seen a movie called The Guyver?
Yeah, a long time back. Is it Mark Hamill in that?
He is.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker, some would call him. And before we get into it, that was fucking cheap ass slip cover. Must have if I just threw it like that. And there you go. So the Guyver, I talked about it maybe a year and a half ago or so. I don't think this one's numbered. Oh, it's got the little clasps on there. I used to rip those fuckers off. But yeah, the Guyver, as for the movie, it's okay. I would say you have to be into like creature effects and probably not the Guyver comics to like this movie. Because it's kind of like a kid's movie with gore, but the creature suits are really fucking dope. Like, not the Guyver suit. Like, sure, it's well made and whatever. It is what it is. But the creature suits in this shit are very well made and cool shit, and there's some cool gore effects and stuff in there like that. But if you're not into, I guess, tokusatsu or fucking creature fucking suits and shit like that, then probably don't fuck with it, because that's really all this movie has to offer is that shit. But as far as the Blu-ray, we get a audio commentary with Steve Wang and Screaming Mad George. There's some other mate on there, like being a fucking host of it or whatever. Screaming or Steve Wang, he's cool on it. He like tells you shit straight up. Screaming Mad George like giggles and has a very unique laugh that he does throughout the whole thing. And it's cool. It's good to have on in the background. It could have been better, but it is what it is. uh and if you don't know who Steve Wang is, Predator, he like sculpted and did the Predator costume and shit. That's like one of the main I think he did the Gill Man from the Monster Squad. He's like a really good sculptor and painter. And then Screaming Mad George, he does like fucking crazy, wacky shit, like a lot of surreal shit. Society, I'm pretty sure he did that shit. He did the shit for Freaked. I'm pretty sure a lot of Brian Hughes and the shit Screaming Mad George did this stuff for. And so it was two effects dudes coming together to make this movie or whatever. But the audio commentary is all right. And then there's like an hour fucking interview. It might be a little more with Screaming Mad George, and that was fucking great. There's some suit tests and all that, but it's a solid release. It's not great, but it's a pretty good release for an okay movie. I've never read the Guyver comics. I don't really give a shit about manga or anything. But from what they were saying in the commentary track is, yeah, we made it a little funnier than the comics. We were influenced by the Jackie Chan movies and how those were kind of funny and had a funny tone to them. We were trying to do that while trying to do a kids movie at the same time, while trying to do these gore effects at the same time. So it's all kind of a mishmash and probably didn't fucking hit for any of the target audiences besides people who like monsters and creature suits and shit like that. And if you like that, like I said, shit's fucking great. And the humor to it, it is funny, but like I said, if you like the real Guyver shit, probably not, because there's a lot of goofball shit in here. Like, for some reason, these creatures run into a movie set and Linnea Quigley's quiggling it up. And it's like they break the fourth wall to have this kind of a scene in the movie. So, like I said, if you're into creature shit and all that, for sure. But
Well, yeah. So I think I watched this way back when it was on VHS. Like a buddy of mine had it, but he was really into manga. And to me, if it's manga, it means it's for girls. I don't really want to watch it.
because
So
it has an A at the end.
yeah, and yeah, so I didn't really pay much attention to it, I guess, back then. But yeah, I know the suit looked cool, I guess, or whatever. But I don't even know anybody that read those comics.
Yeah, I mean, two Asian dudes like co-directed the movie. So, I mean, it's not like some white guy off the streets was like, "I'm going to direct the Guyver."
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Power Rangers for an older crowd. I guess I was never into Power Rangers. Like, I could appreciate the suits and all that, but growing up a Godzilla fan, that was even a little fucking too cheap for me to. And at the time, I even thought I was older. Like, I was the age for it. Like, I was the demographic, but I always thought, it's probably for little fucking kids and shit. I don't want to. Yeah, I
Hey,
just couldn't get into it.
But if you guys watching want an Unearthed Films shirt or some other shirts that are from their catalog, head to fastcustomshirts.com.
It's an unearthed classic, Joe. This is probably the first unearthed classic they released because this is from like the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so old now.
No, they've got a few. There's like, I don't know, at least maybe 8 films in that line because they just started that line not too long ago.
Right on. Well, again, shout out to good old Orbit DVD and taking that gift certificate. I appreciate you. Because of you, I was able to cancel my Amazon pre-order. Thank you.
Tom, I watched a movie called Come True. Have you ever heard of this?
I mean, I've heard of the first part. Everything else in my life has been a lie.
Yeah, nothing true. This is about a young lady. She's living on the streets, Tom. We're living in a park. She kind of sneaks home every once in a while to go,
Wash your fucking box out for the next guy.
Yeah, drink coffee or whatever. We don't know why she's on the street. She's still going to school. And I got the impression that she was in high school or whatever. And she sees an ad in the paper for like a sleep study. Oh, well, shit, that's perfect. She's like, she can go over there and sleep or whatever. But she's been having a lot of trouble sleeping, Tom. But anyway, she goes to this place. Well, what are you guys doing? Well, we can't tell you that. It's part of the study. What we're trying to do is secret. They hook her up some doodads and shit to her head and, put on a weird little cerebral helmet, Tom. And
I get that reference.
And what they're doing is they've developed some technology that allows them to see people's dreams, Tom. And they're seeing this regular occurrence in everybody's dream that there's a shadowy figure there. It's the base figure that we've always been scared of since the dawn of man. This figure's been there. Well, oh, hell's a poppin', Tom, because oh shit, now they've opened the gates. If we can see him, he can see us. So he can get through. She freaks out, she's like one of the main science guys that's behind it, just tries to calm her down, and he tells her all about it, which fucks up the dynamics of an experiment, Tom. He's like trying to help her out and get her back into the system.
All right, hold up. What's that thing when you're doing an experiment and you throw that wild card in there? There's a name for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We learned this shit in elementary school, dog.
Yeah, because you got your control and then you have your, other shit. I know.
You got your gah.
Yeah. I'll call you at like 3:00 in the morning. So, oh, Tom, I got it.
Hey, somebody in the comments, you got to know it. We all went to elementary school, dog. Oh, what is it? God damn it.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
It's not an X Factor, but
no,
it's
not.
Fuck.
The guy's helping her out, and he goes, well, you're young, you don't know, this or that. She goes, I'm 18. Cut to the next scene, and they're fucking. This sorry motherfucker. God damn. But while they're fucking, Tom, this guy's pumping away at her, and she's looking beyond him, over his shoulder, and she sees that figure just creeping up on her. She starts to shake and shit, and he takes her to the hospital, but weird shit's going on in the hospital. Suddenly nobody's there. She starts sleepwalking, Tom, down the streets. Where's she going? We got to document this. Put the cerebro helmet back on her. Him and this other chick are filming it. She starts walking into the woods. Wait a minute. Something's up with these woods. Things are getting darker. Oh shit. We see eyes in the woods and stuff, more and more of these people. And then that chick disappears. The guy disappears. And it's just our main girl that's there. And then boom, she's not there anymore. She's at in front of a mirror, and like her eyes all fucked up and shit. And well, what's going on? Her cell phone rings. Takes her a while, but she looks at it. and it says, "Hey, we're using new technology, so we don't know where this message is going to come out, but you're in a coma. Please wake up." The end. The whole movie was a fucking dream, Tom. The whole movie just a bunch of bullshit. This shit was good up until that moment. It had a fucking good dreamlike quality, a good, like, well, what the fuck's going on? You know, how are they doing this? They didn't. It's all a dream. She was in a coma. And let me tell you where that's bullshit too, where that falls apart. Because when you dream, you're the center character of every fucking moment. It's not going to go to somebody else's point of view in your fucking dream. You're there for the duration of it. So yeah, it has scenes where it's just the science guy or whatever, or some other science person or her mom or something. It's like, that don't make no fucking sense. So they tried to pull it off and it was bullshit. They just didn't know what to do. You know, they wrote themselves in a corner and didn't know how to fucking finish it. Hey, it's a dream. It's a dream come true.
Well, let me ask you this there, Joe. Is it a variable?
I don't think so.
Oh, that sounded right.
It does sound right, but I don't. It just doesn't click when you said that. I don't know.
All right, well, let me blow my nose. I'm about to fucking piss blood.
Tom's always blowing something.
Fuck. How the fuck did we got 5 people between the 7 of us? We can't come up with this shit.
Look at who we got on there. Any of you guys science guys?
I mean, JR has a kid. I think they're recently out of high school. He should run and wake them up because they'd probably have like the most recent knowledge.
I don't think they even do experiments in high school anymore. They just
That's more of a college thing.
no, even in high school they pass. You don't have to fucking show up. You don't have to do anything. So yeah, we'll pass you. We can't have people having bad grades. That's bad for our funding. So fuck it. Let's pass them all.
Oh fuck. All right.
Oh,
I don't know.
JR is a fucking assassin.
Damn, that's
AKA a mechanic.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Sorry, JR. You're my buddy, but you ain't creeping up on anybody. Oh shit. Let me look at my list here, Joe. You got anything else you watched?
Yeah, you know what? I did.
Huh.
I watched an episode, let's see, season 7, episode 12 of the X-Files. And it's called X Cops, which is just coincided because the band X Cops just had another album drop. But anyway, this is a crossover episode, Tom, with the X-Files and Cops and 2 of Fox's biggest shows at the time. And if you're a fan of the X-Files and know anything about Cops, this shit's pretty funny. So if you like comedy, not a lot of people do. You know, this is pretty good shit. And I laughed a few times. And I hadn't heard that Bad Boys song in quite a while, Tom, because they don't show Cops anymore.
No, they do. It's just not on fucking, regular Fox. What Fox do you think they show Cops on now? What kind of people do you think are in to watch it besides fucking potheads and, just people who like to giggle at others' misfortunes? What kind of folks do you think are watching Cops like, yeah, this is television?
I don't know what variations.
It's on Fox News, Joe.
They got Fox News, yeah.
Yeah, that's the channel it's on.
Fox News, but then they turn around and watch Fox Sports. Hey, man, walk the line. You know, if you're gonna say fuck you to one, say fuck you to the other.
Yeah, fuck them all, really. That's what Joe went to do. Joe literally went to go fuck them all. But he's back now.
Gotta fuck them all. That's more of Tom's manga shit for girls.
Yeah, I could never get into that shit, man. Like fifth, sixth grade, there was a fucking dude I used to hang out with. Luckily, he didn't try to whack me off for friendship or anything. But he was like into comic books and figures and shit. And he was like, "Man, you gotta check this shit out. It's called Anima." And it's and it's this movie called Akira. So I watched it. I said, "Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, that was an anima." So then I was just like, "All right, maybe I suck."
Yeah,
Every everybody out here is clamoring about this shit, the Ghost in the Shell. And at least that has fucking tits on it. And if I was able to whack off to the Spawn cartoon, surely this will be better than Akira. Nah, I wasn't. I even played the game to make sure that, I thought this shit sucked. And
Kira had a game.
no, Ghost in the Shell had a game.
Okay.
And yeah, it just all sucks. I couldn't get into any of that shit. I fucking don't like the style of the drawing. I don't like their over exaggeration of shit, which is fucking weird because, like I said earlier, grew up on Godzilla shit. I love the tokusatsu shit, even the newer shit where it's just like limbs with fire extinguisher blood spraying out of. I mean, I fucking ripped that shit off, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
Anima can eat my fucking penis hole.
Um, yeah. Akira's all right, but it's mainly the style that the animation. Um, I remember like when I first saw it, it's like I didn't know what the fuck was going on. You couldn't follow the story really. I read 2 volumes of the comics. The thing with their comics is they're like fucking telephone books.
Yeah, so you read manga, you fucking dick licking bitch. I never read. Go jump in a lake.
I'd forgot about that. I forgot about Akira until you mentioned it. But what else? So the guy that wrote Akira did a horror book, and there's some good Japanese horror comics. I'm not going to call them manga because I think they're comics. Um,
Why? Because they're for boys.
yes, because people are dying and shit. Yeah, I don't know. There was a few others, but there's just like so much shit out there, and a lot of it is like I don't know, teenage girls in like weird fucking uniforms, school uniforms, or like there's some shit that's just dudes playing basketball because I guess basketball is huge in Japan or something.
Remember that time Charles Barkley played basketball against Godzilla?
I do remember.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that time Charles Barkley said, "Hey, fuck Galveston and that dirty ass water. What the fuck you want to go down to Galveston for with that dirty ass water, Galveston's dirty ass water?"
And if you've ever been to Galveston and that dirty ass water, I don't see why you would argue with him. You
I
know, it's
was there Sunday.
uh,
Shit sucks. Saturday. That's today. Yesterday I was there. Shit sucks. Dude, oh my God. These fucking people, I swear to God, mostly fucking white people. But driving into fucking Galveston yesterday, brand new, fresh as fuck sign. It said Galveston, birthplace of Juneteenth. Like that should be the only fucking place that they have it. And then it's celebrated. Like that's a Galveston holiday. It's not this national thing that happened. It was just something that happened there, but people just adopted it. And
mm,
now I guess it doesn't mean anything for the people there. Sure, they got that nice little sign, but that's just because fucking Hallmark appropriated the shit. Fucking silly. I remember fucking years ago when we were making movies, we were going to make a Juneteenth movie.
Yeah,
And
that
now it wouldn't make shit. It wouldn't make fucking sense because people in fucking, I don't know, no one in Massachusetts is selling Juneteenth. You think people in Alabama are racist? It's those Massachusetts people, but some fucker in Rhode Island's just like, yeah, happy Juneteenth. And what's a Galveston?
that's I can remember that shit going on in Galveston for as long as I can remember. You know, it's been a standard there, and it just like what 3 years ago it became a national holiday.
Yeah, weird. How does that happen? And it just
Yeah,
has to be like guilty white
no,
fuckers.
people out here in Dallas, you know, they were like celebrating and shit. Hey, we're having a Juneteenth party, and it's like, really, when did you hear about Juneteenth? You know, like, but okay, whatever. If it's just a
Yeah.
party, you know, fucking go for it.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, it's a fucking cracker in a fucking S word that's fucking, talking about this shit, but it's weird because, we actually live in Texas. So
Yeah,
we've heard about this shit and it's a weird thing that it's this national holiday now. Like, I don't give a fuck. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, for sure, to each their own. But it's just kind of silly shit. It's not the fucking day that slaves were freed worldwide or countrywide. That's not it. They got the news there
right.
because they were off the shore.
Hmm.
Whatever, white people, whatever you got to do to make yourselves feel better, I guess. Fuck. Well, Joe, speaking of comedy, let me ask you this. You like comedy?
Love it.
Do ya?
Fucking love it.
Tell me a joke then. Let's
Hey,
see if I love it. Hey, Joe,
well, I'm not a comedian, so no.
comedian.
Well, let me tell you about this one family that has this bit that they do, and so they go and no, I'm not gonna
Let
do
me hear it. They walk into a fucking talent agency's office and maybe something happens. Do it, Joe.
that.
Let's see how long we can do this shit. Do it.
No,
Do
no.
it. If you don't do it, I'm going to do it. So I
Well,
think you should do it.
I'll sit back and fucking start. Got art supplies. I can start drawing all the shows going on again.
Well, let me ask you this, Joe. You like Disney movies?
Uh, only if they're Marvel Cinematic Universe, Tom. You know,
Well, this one's animated.
because I love me some Marvel Cinematic Universe comedy.
Well, no, this is like an animated family movie.
Okay.
It's called The Aristocats. Have you seen that shit?
I don't know. I think maybe I have.
Rest in empowerment, Martin Mull.
Mm.
So, Joe, really though, you like comedies?
No.
Oh shit. So, fuck. Sorry, Team BOYGOB. Joe might be, here to break your heart, and he might tell you that, everything you thought was fact was nothing more than a goddamn lie. But just know, I'm with you. And this is the third time I've bought this. I have it on Blu ray, I had it on DVD, and I had it on VHS. And Joe, I wouldn't say this is one of my favorite comedies. I would say this is one of my favorite movies. Nostalgia has a little bit to do with it, but when I rewatch this, I laughed a lot, dog. I laughed a lot.
You have a
And
lot of familiarity with the movie. Why don't you run these good people through the plot of this film?
all right, so we are talking about Cheech and Chong's second movie, called Cheech and Chong's Next Movie. And I guess there was a bunch of Joe dug that one because he finally got the joke. So this one was tied up for a minute, like they weren't able to make another movie because I guess legal dealings and stuff. And when they were finally able to make another movie, they settled on, hey, let's just do a day in the life of Cheech and Chong. And that'll be the movie. It's a show about nothing. Boy, does Seinfeld suck. Anyways, so this is a day in the life of Cheech and Chong. It starts out their car runs out of gas. So they fill a fucking old ass garbage can full of gas that they're siphoning out of other people's cars, and it's got like leaves and milk cartons and all that kind of shit in it. And they're just walking down the street spilling gas on each other, and it's terrific. Fucking Trailer Park Boys would do that shit later on and kind of homage that shit, but it's only because it's a classic, Joe. So you cut the shit. Man, there's a bunch of good jokes in here. Like, I'm just gonna fucking name like the point of the movie is it's day in the life of Cheech and Chong. Uh Chong never had a job. Cheech gets fired from his job working on some back lot, some studio gig doing something. Maybe he's a gopher. I'm not 100. Gopher is like somebody who's on set who runs out and picks up stuff and go for this, go for that. That's where the gopher name came from.
They call them PAs now, Tom.
No, that's something else. That's a production assistant. Like
First,
that's different than a gopher. Like production assistants stay on the set and they're helping out with shit there. But gophers go like offset if they need shit.
get coffee and shit for their the talent that they work for.
They could, yes. So he gets fired for that, and so they go to the unemployment office, and some ex-girlfriend, just a bitch he's fucking, she works there, and they start fucking in the office, and they get caught and shit, blah 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 blah. She calls and says, hey Cheech, I'm gonna come and suck your pecker tonight.
Hey, but
He's
yeah, Tom, that old Michael Winslow's there making.
No, we're gonna go. I'm just going over the story, and we're gonna go back to the jokes that I like and all that, and some that I don't like. So he says Chong, or no, luckily, Cheech gets a call after that one. His cousin's in town. He has a problem at the hotel he's staying at. He didn't understand the rates. So Cheech sends Chong over there to fucking help his cousin out. Just get out of the house so I can go meet my cousin. So it's Cheech's day at home getting ready to get some pussy, and Chong's day out with fucking Cheech's cousin, who's also played by Cheech. Uh so it's a nothing of a story, really. Like there is no story. Again, it's just a day in the life of Cheech and Chong. There it's I mean it's just joke, 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 joke. Uh Cheech goes to his fucking his job, and he's working on a set, and it's like a rip off of an Incredible Hulk TV show. This was the origin of Red Hulk. So you have this character called Wamba, who's like a Lou Ferrigno type, and he's supposed to crash through a wall. And the scene is you got like all these fucking 1930s gangsters with their pencil thin mustaches, dressed in fucking pinstripe suits, holding switchblades to all these broads' necks. And all they're saying is, "Help me, Wamba! Help me, Wamba!" And it's just all these fucking goofy bitches acting like fucking shitty actresses, just delivering this fucking line, and it's so funny. Old Elvira shows up and shit. She just doesn't say much but "help me, Wamba." But just all these goofy bitches, and they're doing their like starlit fucking faces and shit. Shit's hilarious. And then fucking Cheech, he does his cheat shit. He doesn't know what's going on. He's like, "Oh yeah, break through that wall over there." And it's the wrong wall, of course. And then so Cheech goes to fucking meet up with Red, not the fine listener of this program, but somebody who's akin to Joe, a southern Mexican, if you will. He wears pelts and shit. And he's at this hotel that's run by Pee Wee Herman. And there was a misunderstanding. He thought he was getting a weekly rate when it was really a day rate. And old Pee Wee's holding Cheech's cousin's Red's baggage for like ransom. But this shit's filled with like the dirtiest weed you've ever seen. It's like a duffel bag full of, it's not even brick weed. It's Cheech and Chong used to say Thai stick all the fucking time. Like maybe that was a thing where they fucking would tie fucking this dirty ass weed around sticks and shit. If so, that fucking sucks, and I'm sorry. But he has like a duffel bag of fucking just a lot of fucking weed. So they gotta break into the room to get it. And these fucking 70s people, I don't know. You ever heard of like penis puppet shows before, Joe? Because that's kind of the shit that they were doing. You never heard of getting like whacked off with a sock puppet mouth thing or anything like that?
No.
Because I remember you said like you were into 70s stuff like that, so I didn't know if that was something you were into, being a let my puppets come aficionado and all. But, anyways, while Joe doesn't want to tell you about his intimacies, Red and Chong go into these fucking people's room and they're having like a little whack off puppet show or whatever. And they get the bag of weed, and now it's like their escapades with this bag of weed, and they just go around town to like a rub and tug shop. What is it? Maybe a bathhouse. I'm not sure. A massage parlor, some shit like that. Surprisingly, no Asians to be found, but they get into antics like that, and they see this one dude there who they end up meeting up with his daughter and going back to their house. And excuse me, Joe, would you like to chime in here and talk a little bit?
Yeah, you do, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll just say Joe thought this movie sucked, and I thought it was pretty great.
Yeah, the movie is about as funny as Tom's synopsis there, which is not at all. It's just fucking idiocy after idiocy, and none of it fucking works, man. It was just dumb. It's just really dumb. I couldn't laugh at any of the shit. I mean, I did laugh because like fuck, this is dumb. This is just stupid. I did not have a good time watching it. I know there is a TV edit that used to come out on TBS or USA.
Comedy Central.
Comedy Central, okay, and it has aliens that are after some diamonds that's fuel for their ship or something. I don't know, but I was waiting for that to come up and it didn't because I didn't know there was two versions. And but there is a UFO that comes out at the end of the movie, and why? Again, there's no fucking rhyme or reason to any of this. Mm.
There's a good part that always stuck with me. It takes a minute to get there, but when they're all meeting up at the rich people's house, who they find the guy who was at the whorehouse, he's like an upscale citizen. So his daughter brings Chong and Red back along with the hooker that the dad was having sex with. And the mom is like a name in the comedy world. I forget who the fuck she is, but if you'd hear the voice and
Yeah, maybe from some TV show or something that she used to be in regularly.
yeah. So they're like sitting all around having tea and crumpets or whatever. And old Red's like, "Hey, I got a joke for you. Watch me turn this roll like a roll of bread in this napkin into a dick." So he puts the fucking or no, he's see that'll my fuck up will play into why I fucking like that shit. So he says, "Watch me turn this roll in this napkin into a piece of fruit." So he puts the roll in the napkin, twists it up, and holds it by his groin so it looks like a dick. And he says, "Oh, it's a peach, ain't it?" It's like, "Oh, you get it?" So then later on, they go to a comedy club and Chong tries to do the same joke. And he's just like, "Hey, man, watch me turn this napkin into a dick." And that shit always cracks me up because it's just fucking the joke completely up and just making it as crude as you possibly can. And that shit just always fucking stuck with me. It's fucking great. Like I'll purposely do shit like that all the fucking time. Again, just because it makes me laugh. But oh man, that shit is like, yep,
I know.
that's how you do a callback.
I heard
Terrific.
on the Hordecast. I heard you fucking.
Yeah, that movie is fucking great. It has so much shit that I quote to this day, dude. The scene when they're fucking walking out of his sister's house with a jar of piss and a bag of fake coke, and Cheech is just like, "Hey man, when they're in the car, let me get some of that coke." He drinks the piss. Oh, that's fucked up. And he says, "Oh man, sorry about that. Drink this." And he hands him the fucking jar of piss again. And bubbles start coming out everywhere. That's terrific. I'm sorry, you're fucking dead inside, and the only way you can laugh is if women's getting beat. But Cheech and Chong's next movie is fucking awesome. Dude, the fucking Mr. Bubble drinking piss shit is terrific. Uh a lot of good stuff in here. Don't let Joe's mope ass face fucking deter you from watching that shit. He's an old ass man at the
I'm
end of the line, but this
the
shit is fucking good stuff.
next time you're all moping around, I'm gonna just remind you, hey buddy, why don't you just put on Cheech and Chong's next movie?
And
That'll
I'll say, "Oh shit, I got the Blu-ray. Thanks
yeah.
for watching out, dog."
Yeah, now I know how to lift your spirits, when you're in that doom and gloom moment.
Yeah, the shit's great.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I watched this a couple years ago and I'm still fucking laughing. Shit is terrific, but I mean, like we learned, Joe can't even name 3 movies that he likes. He couldn't finish Basketball, and
Fuck,
that's a classic. He says Norm Macdonald sucks because he's Canadian, so doesn't like Chris Farley.
fuck
So
no.
I don't know what to tell you people. If that right there doesn't tell you, maybe he isn't the guy for comedy recommendations.
Huh.
I don't know, but Cheech and Chong's next movie is fucking terrific. Fucking terrific. And unfortunately, I had a list of like series ideas. And, because Joe was faking the funk, I took Cheech and Chong right off of that.
Thank you.
You're welcome, you fake Mexican. That's why you don't like it, because Cheech is a real Mexican and you're
He's
faking it.
fucking real. That's right. Didn't he go off to Canada too during Vietnam or some
You
shit?
sure did, Joe. Like a real Mexican, illegally crossing those borders.
He did.
But that's all right, It's not like you have to call people names for liking the movie.
Yeah, I mean, like it though.
And I do. It is terrific. I rated this 5 stars on Letterboxd, and it is a 5 out of 5 system.
Well, I don't do those, but I just consider it a waste of time. A big fucking waste of time.
Well, I'm glad I could facilitate that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Joe. You like Maniac Cops?
No, Tom, I don't. Because he's a cop, you see.
And what do you say?
A cab.
Like you're trying to hail a cab?
Yeah. Yeah.
Taxi!
But yeah. Tom's pick, once again, was Maniac Cop 2. And since it was your pick, Tom, why don't you let him in on the plot and all that shit, since this was your movie?
No.
Okay, well, fuck it.
Come on, dog. Talk about your boy, Robert Davi, and how glad you are that it's him and not Tom Atkins in this movie.
Maniac Cop 2 picks up right before the last movie ended, showing us the last scenes of that. Like I said, last movie had one great stunt, and they show it again because it's a fucking great stunt. And it's like, they want to remind you, hey, we ended that last movie on a high note, and the Maniac Cop, he fell in the water, so he probably dissolved, so they think he's dead. And old Bruce Campbell, he survived. The lady love that he was cheating on his wife with, she survived. But I don't know. Were they cleared of all charges? I don't know. But
there was a newspaper that he was reading.
They're calling him a hero now. Yeah, they're calling him a hero. But you know what? That Maniac Cop, he's not fucking dead.
Is he?
Well, yeah,
he came back out of the lake looking like a fucking Jason.
So yeah, he stabs the fuck out of Bruce Campbell, and I'm like, yes, Bruce Campbell's not gonna be in this movie. He's barely in it. His lady love that he was cheating on his wife with, they're making her go see a psychiatrist and shit. And with this psychiatrist, she's not liked very much because cops don't want everybody to know that they're just unhinged assholes. Even Robert Davi had to go see this psychiatrist, and like he don't want to talk to her too much. But anyway, they put Robert Davi on the case of these new murders that are going on, and he figures out pretty quickly, hey, it's that Cordell guy. It's that fucking Cordell. The blonde chick agrees with him. The psychiatrist decides to involve herself in it, and they're chasing after Cordell. And Cordell, he's killing people and fucking destroying property, doing shit with cars and stuff. And he meets up with another guy that's been going around the city killing strippers.
A dude who probably should have been played by Joe Spinell.
Yeah. But this guy does all right, It could have been better, but he does okay. He's kind of funny. They could have got...
my whole thing is, I'm talking like this, hillbilly boy, and he's in New York. It's like, what the fuck?
He was set in Chicago in the last movie.
No, shit's in New York.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, still talking like this in Chicago. still wouldn't work, but it's in New York.
Yeah, so go ahead with it, Tom.
No, I mean that dude just fucking
Go
his
for
goddamn he was out of place in this New York movie. That's how they showed you like, oh, he's a crazy guy because he talks with a southern accent.
Well, anyway, the Maniac Cop, he just wants to fuck everybody up that framed him and had him in prison to begin with. So he goes into the police station and Terminators it up. You know, seen straight out of the Terminator, but they look good. He fucks up this whole police station and busts out the people that are being held in the holding cell, except for fucking Danny Trejo. He says, "Nah, Vic, you stay there," and he takes these other guys, including Clarence Williams III, and they're gonna go break into prison to fuck up people in the prison, you know. But Robert Davi's figured out, hey, you know what? All he wants is to be forgiven, to let the world know that he was set up. You guys implicated him the wrong way, you know, and they do that. And him and that other guy, they fucking kiss, and then they jump out of the 5-story thing. But they're not Jackie Chan, so they can't hold on to a pole to slip down the lights and shit. They fall through a bus, and yeah, they're dead. And they bury them. They bury at least the Maniac Cop. He's exonerated, you know, gets a cop's burial, but then his hands break through the fucking a casket, you know, to get his badge that they threw in there with him. You know, why didn't they bury him with the? I don't know. You know, but yeah, Tom thought this was pretty damn good. You know, I'd seen it before, forgot all about it, but did not like part one. Thought that was some shitty stuff, mainly due to the acting, and because they were trying to play it really serious. This one, nah, fuck all that. Let's make an exploitation movie, man. Let's just make the plot crazy, you know. Let's bring in a serial killer. Let's break into prison. All that shit, the corruption. They brought in what's that dude's name? Michael Lerner.
That's the fat guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
always same role. That guy, he has no range whatsoever, but he always does good in that kind of role, and that's why they always get him for that.
well, I do have to mention, Joe, that he was in an episode of Tales from the Crypt.
Sure, he was. Yeah.
People who live in brass hearses. This
Mhm.
was the one where he was like a Siamese twin ice cream man,
Yeah.
and he had his brother strapped to his ass.
So was the guy that played the guy that had the talk show. What's that dude?
That is Charles Napier,
Charles
but
Napier
you'll probably remember him more from the Blues Brothers.
episode. Yeah, he was the cop, the country cop in Blues Brothers. He's in a lot of stuff. But yeah, this one had a whole bunch of B movie actors. It had some crazy car chases where they just fucking cars up left and right. And it has my favorite stunt of all time, Tom, where they set a motherfucker on fire. And they set the Maniac Cop on fire for a long time. They're seen walking, and it's like, shit, aren't they going to run in with the extinguishers yet? I'm sure they did, but then they lit up either another guy or the same guy, you know, to take that next shot. And that shit goes on goddamn forever. That's some reckless, that's some Jackie Chan shit. How reckless that was.
It does go on for a lot, but there is a couple shots of fake as fuck fire.
Well, I couldn't see it because I'm not watching a fancy 4K or anything, you know.
Joe, I watched this on VCD. You know what a VCD is, bitch balls?
Why
This
don't you?
shit's before fucking DVD. It's fucking doesn't have enough space on it. I can't even open the shit. It's on 2 discs. Half the disc is half the movie, and the other half is the other half of the movie.
Talk about some hipster shit right there. This guy's always going on about people and their VCRs and
I
shit.
watched it on Blu-ray though, even though I had that. Yeah, that was before it was on DVD in the States and you couldn't find it anywhere. It's like, well, I gotta have Maniac Cop too.
In
So I
this
bought this shit from China.
fucking prick.
But yeah, it was good shit. It was glad I'm glad that they said, yeah, we weren't really clear on if Cordell was a good or a bad guy in the last one. So let's kind of clear up why he went to prison. And yeah, Bruce Campbell isn't a good actor. I didn't think he was in the last one, but I thought he was fine in it. This one, it just kind of shows through. It's just like, yeah, just stick to making movies with your friends. And as much as I would have liked Tom Atkins and William Smith to have, bigger roles in this movie, Robert Davi's fucking awesome. Like you can watch, like I watched that stupid fucking. We watched that stupid fucking shark movie that he was in. And sure, the movie sucked, but it was just like, hell yeah, Robert Davi. Oh shit, look at him. He's smoking like a motherfucker in this movie. That's cool as hell. So yeah, his presence and shit's fucking cool, and it helps a lot in the movie. But I mean, it's a late era exploitation movie. It's okay. It kind of feels its age, and again, we could have used a few good gore effects. This is, kind of a quote unquote, as Joe would say, a guy with a knife movie. So, some gore effects would help, but, it was fine. I liked it a little bit less than I liked the last one, but that's mainly because I liked the characters more. In the first one, this still had the New York feel to it. His fucking buddy that he was romping around with kind of sucked. If Joe Spinell played it, probably would have elevated the movie a little more for sure. But it was okay. Kind of rushed through. Like I don't did you pick up that the guys he went after who set him on fire at prison were the guys who like stabbed him in the face in the shower?
Yeah, because they show that flashback scene right before he goes after them. Yeah,
That should have been a little more, right? Not just them throwing the bottle at him and him throwing him or whatever. Probably should have been a little more to that. And was it really them? Well, I couldn't tell because he had a ponytail now. So was it him? I don't know.
ages you, I guess, but
I mean, it registered like, oh, yeah, those are the people, but it just happened so quick. It was like, well, where's the payoff?
well, he was killing everybody quick.
Yeah, but still,
He wasn't taking his time with anybody. It's just like quick shit.
I understand he came back as a Jason to take Manhattan, but still, these are the people that killed him.
But the ones that set him up, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, old fucking Brass Hearse's guy, he went after him, but nothing is really memorable because there wasn't like a big gore effect. The only thing you really remember is, oh, yeah, he was on fire for a while and threw some people.
Yeah, and there's some like crazy driving and car wrecks and shit. Yeah, it's an exploitation movie, so they're not going to give you much. Hey, this is what we can do, and I thought they made it work. I like this one a lot better than the first. I would tell everybody skip the first one. They're going to show you the important parts of the first one in this movie. So you did no need to watch it. This is a superior film. Just pretend that first one doesn't even exist. You're not really fucking missing out anything.
I, I mean, you're not, but there's some good shit in there. Uh Kids today, I don't know. It's so hard to say for like people getting into shit today to, hey, go back and watch this. And I'm like, fuck you. I grew up on fucking Age of Ultron. And then I'll say, oh my God.
Today, you should say, Tom.
You should say, what?
Kids in the States today.
In this state of disarray. Yeah, it was okay. I didn't hate it. I liked it. I just thought it was, slightly below the last one. The last one just kind of had more of a, grittier, down and dirty feel, and it had more actors in it that I like. But this one's all right. Like I said, Robert Davi's fucking dope in it. Uh, that's really it. The whole fact that I know old Cordell had a fucking partner in the last one, but him having a little fucking crew and going to the fucking police station's kind of lame. And
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
the
They got
makeup is not great. It looks like a bootleg Jason 8, really. I mean, it's okay. It's okay if you're going to watch the Maniac movies or the Maniac Cop movies, watch the Maniac Cop movies. There's only 3 of them, but it's okay. I thought for sure that the only nudity, because it's been a while since I watched this, that the only nudity in the movie was going to be that dead bitch. Because for some reason, the whole time they're in the fucking autopsy room, every shot, you got to have the dead bitch's tits in it. So I thought that was going to be the only fucking nudity. And then we went to the strip club, and I remembered, oh, yeah, this guy directed porno. So there was a bunch more fucking nudity in it. But yeah, it was okay. It was okay.
I dig it
Cause you're a pervert?
because it's better than the first.
Rest in empowerment. Who? I don't know. Clarence Williams III.
Yep. Robert
Love Robert Davi. Your skin finally collapsed on yourself and clogged up your fucking air passages. Yeah, that dude's lucky he's an ugly fuck. Because I don't know if he'd get all these fucking parts if he wasn't.
Yep. Always playing an Italian. That's like, yeah, of course he is.
That's how you saw him in this as an Italian cop?
Hmm?
Oh, because he's in New York?
And he's always playing a mafioso, Tom. You know?
Oh.
Occasionally does he get to break that and play like a Louisianan or most of the time he's playing Italian because he's got that look, that olive oil look to him.
Well, maybe we'll be able to put that to the test, Joe, because maybe Cheech and Chong was replaced by Robert Davi movies on that list. We'll see. We'll see. Or we won't. This is my last episode.
Oh, that'd be great.
So you read like 18 comic books. How did that go?
I read Marvel Team Up number 101. Yeah, so he teams up with Nighthawk. You know who he is, Tom? He's a dude from the Defenders. I don't know. He's got armor that he wears and he gets powers at night or something. I don't know. Some chick that he crippled drunk driving comes back and she's like attacking him in a special wheelchair and she's got a bunch of robots. But anyway, him and Spider-Man beat him. Uh, it's an okay story. It's written by J.M. DeMatteis, who will go on to write better Spider-Man stories. And there's a backup, just a Nighthawk backup with art by Steve Ditko, which I felt was really strange. Then in Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man, I think this is issue 50, he is fighting the aliens from outer space. The last time we saw these guys was in Amazing Spider-Man number 2, way the fuck back then. This is pretty awful. This is an awful, stupid goddamn story. And back then they were with the Tinkerer. I don't remember why, but they're out to kidnap Aunt May because she has information that they want. What is it? I don't know. Peter Parker tells them, nah, take me instead. And who's in their spaceship? Mysterio. He's working with the aliens from outer space this time. Then in Amazing Spider-Man number, I don't know what number we're on, 212 maybe. Okay, we're introduced to the Hydro Man. This guy that
First appearance.
he falls off a boat, something with that stupid submarine for last issue, Matt. Well, and now he can fucking turn into water.
Well, Spider-Man's also turning into a pickle under the sun, you see, because he has itchy brine all over his costume.
True. Spider-Man beats him by like putting a newspaper on him and absorbing the water.
Well, no, he's running across rooftops under the sun and shit.
It also sucked.
It was pretty good. It was the introduction of Hydro Man.
One
You
day
know,
he's gonna fight the Sandman, and they're gonna make mud pies together.
and honestly, that's what June's all about.
Mm-hmm.
Making mud pies together. Yep. We're almost out of that month.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everybody. This is the point of the show where we say, hey, if you want a top 5 list for next week,
Tell us now.
or even a show for next week.
Right. Yeah. If you don't want us to do this show anymore, please let us know. What the fuck is it?
Bridges.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Bridges. This is our top 5 bridges. And I have an honorable mention because it is still Pride Month. I have the Rainbow Bridge that Thor uses to get from Asgard to Midgard, which is what he calls Earth, because he's a bit he's got wings on his head.
He's blonde.
Yeah. But at number 5, I have Todd Bridges from the show Different Strokes.
Joe, my number 5 is fun, but it can be costly. But god damn, is it fun and awesome when you can just do it and say, fuck you, I don't give a fuck. And that's burning bridges. You ever do that shit?
I've burned, some hypothetical bridges in my time, I guess, with people. Yeah.
So, sometimes it sucks, but most of the time when you're in the right, shit's awesome. Just, yeah, fuck you, you old
At number 4, I have Jeff Bridges, who somehow managed to make a good movie every once in a while, unlike his brother Bo Bridges. That guy sucks. Or their dad, Lloyd Bridges. That guy sucks. Yeah, Tom's out of focus there. He's back. He did the whole finger trick. That's an old trick that independent movie guys know.
Oh, terrific. Joe.
Quiet on set.
Help me, Wamba. You weren't laughing at that part with all those bitches bad acting saying, help me, Wamba. That did nothing.
Oh.
Man, fuck you. Fuck you.
You're number 4. We've been on here.
My number 4. Sometimes it's good to do this. You make new friends. It can help you get to different avenues in life and shit like that. And it's building bridges. You ever build any bridges, Joe?
That I haven't done.
Well, you built the bridge here, didn't you? You built a rainbow bridge, and now you can get into Asgard.
At number 3, I have Graffiti Bridge. Not the movie, but the album. Prince's, I don't know, let's say 23rd album.
My number 3, he made a good movie every so often and better than his brother Bo, and that's Jeff Bridges. Joe, I couldn't think of one fucking movie this guy was in. However, when we were coming up with our favorite Bridges, first name that popped into my mind for some reason, Jeff Daniels is in Dumb and Dumber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's not the guy from Dumb and Dumber.
Jeff Bridges was in Starman.
That wasn't that the dude?
Yeah, he was
What?
the Starman, I think.
Oh, so the dude is Jeff Bridges?
Yeah.
Huh, maybe he should have been number 1 then.
At number 2, I have The Bridge Over the River Kwai. Pretty good fucking war movie, but they blow that bridge up at the end. Probably because Tom was on it and they felt his fear of bridges and decided, fuck it, let's justify his fear.
Got him. What you talking about, Joseph? My number 2 is the crack smoking Todd Bridges. He was in a porno with Screech, It wasn't just any porno, Joe. It was an interracial porno.
At number 1, I have a TV show called The Bridge. There's 2 versions of it. There's a Swedish-Danish collaboration because it takes place on the border, the bridge that's the border. But there's also an American version that takes place on the Mexican-U.S. bridge that's a border. Some shit. Both shows are good. Both versions are good. I prefer the original because I saw it first,
Well, there, Joe. My number 1 is also The Bridge, but not the show you were talking about. This is a movie about the Golden Gate Bridge and how it's a popular destination for people to jump off and kill themselves.
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, I might like to visit San Francisco sometime.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
Start a GoFundMe.
No, dude. If I'm going to go jump off a bridge, I got money to spend. Unfortunately, I spent my savings account at that Pride market, you see, with all those assless chaps.
Those tacos.
Corey did get one of those flip fans, katana style, that says yes. It's like YAAAAS with an exclamation point. So he's in it to win it. Joe, let's see if any of our fine live viewers are in it to win it with a list for next week. If you would be so kind to read the comments, because I don't know how to.
I don't know how to scroll back to them. So
God damn it.
George Adams says top 5 head explosions. Oh, I can do this.
Top 5 sirs.
JR says top 5 leading actors' hairstyles. Top 5 sirs is another one. Top 5 douchebags. And that is it.
I want to go with sirs.
Items that are no longer around.
My picks for sirs.
All right, top 5 sirs.
Because, I mean, we didn't do that, and that could be funny. Or it'll suck. I don't know. If I learned anything from this episode, it's never, ever, ever should we both watch a comedy movie. For we can all watch fucking horror, sci-fi, action movies. That's all right, but I guess this is a no-go zone for the teehees. To be fair though, I did watch that fucking Mousetrap movie or whatever the fuck it was, and
Mouse Hunt.
yeah, I didn't care for it.
Yeah,
But
that's okay. I'm not mad at you, Kyle.
I mean, I'm kind of mad at you because you
Uh,
are Mexican and all, a Mexican American. Then this is kind of in your heritage. This is like when my uncle got pissed at me because I never watched the Godfather movies.
well, like this shit when I was like 12 or whatever, but it's just, inane shit to me. It's just there's nothing. I don't know. I wonder if I watched Airplane again, if I would laugh. I used to think that was funny.
I mean, that's kind of dated.
Yeah.
Maybe watch that beer drinking movie again. Watch a couple beer drinking movies like that Canadian motherfuckers. Rewatch that shit. And were you ever into Beer Fest?
It's okay. Yeah, I liked some of the Broken Lizard stuff, or at least I did.
Maybe
But
rewatch.
the thing is, a lot of the comedy shit, it's like, to me, there's not much rewatchability. It's like, yeah, maybe I find it funny on the first viewing, but then when I watch it again, wow, shit, I already heard that joke. You know?
I don't. I can't get it because Cheech and Chong that's like that helped to form me. So no, I can't. Like, I mean, I guess I can because you don't fucking smoke weed. That ain't really your fucking thing. But I mean, while the drug culture of Cheech and Chong is a thing, I think there is part of like a music and metal part to them. It's kind of shown in here with Chong playing the guitar and them doing like their practice with fuck. We didn't even talk about the fucking Mexican American song versus the Beaners song. It's fucking terrific, Joe. They're gonna kick you in the face. They're gonna kick you in the face.
Yeah,
They
it's still,
will.
even when you say it's not funny, your
It
timing
is.
a little better, but
It's good. It's good. God damn, it's good. And that's sad. Like fucking I did an interview yesterday and we were talking about like, you get older and you work in this industry and you lose that spark you had. Like you think it would be so cool to do this stuff, but then you keep doing it and it's just like mundane. It is what it is. And fuck, you lost your spark to laugh, Joe.
and then we listen to that audio book too, so we know that like
I mean, I
really
listen to
bullying about it all, wanted to direct, insisted on directing, but we heard one side of the story, and I'm not sure I believe it entirely.
No, I mean I dig it. Like on wherever the disc is, hold it up. There you go. The only interview on there was with Cheech, and it was just his side of things though. But I mean, even knowing the fucking, the dynamic and shit, man, maybe it is nostalgia because that's like one of my oldest movie memories seeing that shit. But I laughed a whole hell of a fucking lot watching that shit. But as you would say, I'm a retarded gay, so
Yeah.
or sorry, a fucking retarded gay.
Oh,
But that's all right. I can't wait to hear about sirs. Let me check this one more time to make sure nobody popped in something better and said, "Yeah, that shit sucked." Uh Favorite food? No, we already did that one. JR had one. Favorite National Lampoon movie scenes? No. I can fucking maybe remember 2, maybe. But yeah, fuck that. Fuck this. DWNProductions.net. Masks, busts, props, custom work. If you need something custom made, hit me up. If you don't, get fucked. After that, check out Fast Custom Shirts. Hundreds and hundreds of t-shirt designs. I say reasonably priced every week, but you know, you see what other people are charging, you say, this is a goddamn steal over at fastcustomshirts.com. If you're a normal sized person, $12.50 plus shipping's what you're paying on average for a shirt. So go check that out. Hundreds and hundreds of t-shirt designs. Give it up for Joe by the time you hear this. It ain't his birthday anymore, and it won't be his birthday anymore. So pour one out in your mouth. Holy shit, is that Chris Holmes? Did you draw Chris Holmes while we were?
No,
that's pretty good, Joe. You just
they're
gotta
old.
put little cat ears on there and
These are old.
oh, okay. Well, we did that. And beyond that, I think you should fucking just go and boy gob.